Hello, good morning. I didn't think I was going to vlog today. I thought, no, I won't today. I'll have a day off today and I'll film again tomorrow because I was so shattered coming back from my gig last night. Got in at 1:45, I would say, something like that. So tired, so tired. Up at 6:50 this morning. Still takes me ages to go to sleep. I can be exhausted and still not fall asleep, and that happened last night. I could hear the boyfriend snoring away. I was thinking, oh, I just wish I had the powers of just closing my eyes and going to sleep. I do not. Anyway, it was so sore last night. I think it's because I went like a whole day without putting any cream on it. I had it in my bag, I just kept forgetting to put it on, whereas when I've been at home, I've been in the habit of just every time I've gone to the loo, just topping up the antibiotic cream a bit. Anyway, today's a new day. I've got 2 lectures today. I think I've got 2 and not 3. There's an international breakout session, and I think it's for the international students, but that's a total guess, so I don't think that involves me. I better not stop chatting for too long on my rainy doorstep. I just didn't want to change my lens, that's why I'm in a bit of a hurry. Yeah, I still got my cough. Oh, this is just so annoying. Anyway, right, I'm going to get off my doorstep now and get packed and get on my way to uni. I'm on the train. I've managed to snag myself a table. So that means I can get some editing going on. So I've got all of yesterday's vlog to edit. It's going to be interesting to see how I was within the mic because I was so tired. I couldn't believe I was still on my feet, honestly. We were knackered. Poor boyfriend this morning, just like staggering out the door to go to work. I'm on an hour earlier train today than I was yesterday, and yesterday all the tables were taken and I shared with a lady sat opposite her. I'm late, I'm terribly late. So this is what happened. Right, I got up at 6:50 this morning. You would have thought, you know, be perfectly on time for a lecture, which is at a relatively sensible hour, 10 AM. It's now at 20 to 10. I'm in totally the wrong part of town because there was a points failure and none of the trains went to where I needed to go. So I am at the wrong station. Apparently it's a half an hour walk and I've got about 20 minutes to do it, so I'm going to be late. It is what it is. I do, however, have some things to be grateful for. One is not raining right now. It's actually stopped, so I don't need my umbrella, so that's good. Another thing I'm grateful for is the fact that I'm not having a coat because I decided to risk it and not bring my coat. I have an umbrella which I've already used on the way to the station, but basically that means I'm not carrying a coat around all day. Another thing I'm grateful for is bumping into an old friend while I was waiting for the next train that wasn't coming. And we had a really good chat. We got on the next train together and we chit-chatted and we really had a good catch-up. I should have been 40 minutes early. Had a nice time, you know, to do a bit of pre-reading and have a wee. No, I haven't got time for that. It's looking very clean, that frontage, isn't it? The cottage. I am legging it right now, but at least I haven't got a gig this evening, so I'm not going to turn up all sweaty. This is all looking rather green and luscious around here. It's the castle just opposite by there. Do you know, another thing I'm not going to get time for now is breakfast. And I don't know, it's a bit early for me to have breakfast anyway, to be honest. This time, Temple Bar, well, that's where that is. I've heard of that. Bin lorry, called Dennis apparently. I was nearly going to be on time, but there's a very good reason I just got really late. Ironically, it's a health and safety lecture, and I was almost there, and there was a poor girl lying in the road crying. She'd been hit by a car, a student, only young, and I think she's broken her ankle. So I called an ambulance and was sort of generally involved in that sort of thing, and chatting to a police officer and some other university staff that came out to help, wheeled her out of the road. And, oh, poor little thing. Poor thing. What a start to your uni life, eh? Anyway, I'm going to be really late, but I've got a good excuse. I'm going to go and, I think I'm going to go and report to the porters and see if they can notify a personal tutor or something. The state of me. So, health and safety was cancelled, and I didn't check my email last night because I didn't get home till nearly 2 in the morning, and there was no way I was going to start opening up my laptop at that time, and then it was just rush this morning. So it's cancelled, and I should have known if I'd have not been trying to do too much and had time to actually check my email. Anyway, right, so I thought I was getting chucked out of the room there. I was so paranoid. No, that was a member of staff, because I'd reported the incident as soon as I got in, and he just came up with some more further details about that. Anyway, I've just basically gate crashed the practice room because nobody's in here, and I'm presuming it's not going to get occupied until at least it turns on the hour, because I'm just guessing their hour slots, but I don't actually know. So I'm going to do a little bit of practice, and God help me, because I'm just trying to get over this cold. So my lungs are burning right now from this cough. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can play. And I just kind of want to get acclimatised to playing in here as well. It's kind of weird with a window. People being able to look in. Anyway, right, let's go for it. I managed to pick the one practice room without a music stand. Look at that cacophony. Oh dear. Come on, lips. Every time I breathe in, it makes me want to cough. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now, getting quite annoying. It is what it is, it is what it is. It's just the residue of the cold. I'm feeling compromised by the old lip and that. But it is what it is, and I don't want to try and put the audition off again, but it's tomorrow and I'm still at the point where every time I breathe in, I've got this reflex urge to cough. We shall push through. It's making me nervous about breathing properly in case a cough comes spurting out unexpectedly. I don't know whether to warn the auditioners of this or if it just sounds like I'm going in making excuses. Firing on all cylinders. I tell you what, that's the easy bit. I need breakfast, I think. I haven't had any yet. And sleep, about another 4.5 hours sleep would be quite ideal as well. Should I just go and do that? I've got about 15 minutes till the lecture starts. I'm gonna go and eat mini cheddars. I need to sort my food for uni thing out because I ate rubbish yesterday. All day, and I felt it as well. I felt rubbish by the time I got to my gig, I really did. So, this is the world's worst lighting. I'm gonna go and do that. I have got some more healthy snacks today, like cucumbers and things. I'm gonna put this away now, and yeah, I wasn't really meant to practice now anyway. I just bought my flute in case something like this happened. I was gonna practice at home when I got home, basically. The plan is do these 2 lectures, go home, go to bed for a few hours, then get up and just sort of start afresh, do some practice, and I need to film the rest of my shopping vlog as well for tomorrow, which I haven't finished yet, but I made a good start. Look what I discovered just now, right next to the cleaner's cupboard. This little area here. Now the porters did tell me yesterday there's a place with a kettle, because I was asking, is there a canteen in this building or anywhere I can sit and eat? And they said no. I couldn't believe it. So there's a kettle, and I think I can just use that. So I think what I'm going to do is invest in those sachets that come ready with milk and instant coffee in, because I tell you what, paying £3 something for a coffee even once a day is too much. So there we are. I'm going to sit here by the water bit. I'm going to fill my sippy cup up with water because I forgot my flipping drink bottle. I can't believe that. I've got a can of pop, but I think I'll wait till later in the day for that. So my snacks are basically quite crap, although I've got some grapes and some cucumbers. Which are just what I need right now, actually. An apple and a satsuma, so I'm just determined to eat better today. I haven't found a proper canteen yet. So far I've found things like little food hubs like Pret and Costa and Greg's and things like that, and they just seem to be normal prices. I want a nice sit-down eatery where I can get a nice plate of hot food and enjoy eating it. You know, oh, there must be, surely. I found the room I'm in and it's here. Cool. Oh my God, it looks a bit scary. I've never had a lecture in a proper lecture theatre before. Oh no, I have. I started teacher training in King College back in the 90s, and I did go in one for that, actually. Forgot about that. I didn't last more than 2 terms on that. I decided I didn't want to be a teacher. I've booked my first practice room. I am in it. And this one's got a music stand, yay. So you have to do it online through the student intranet if you want to actually reserve one. I mean, you can just chance it and pop in, but if somebody comes along that's reserved it, they can chuck you out, you can get turfed out, you know. That lecture was interesting. It was just kind of introductory, basic logistical information going forward. I've been allocated my own flute teacher, and it's somebody I know. We'll be like old pals in no time, I think. I'm trying to get my audition changed tomorrow as it clashes with the lecture, so it's not ideal. You're really not meant to do that. I had to email the lady and see if anybody had dropped out, in which case you could allocate me a slot. I hope she didn't try and bring it forward. I'm not ready, because every time I breathe in, I want to cough. Oh, dear me, what a week. Anyway, turns out I have got to go to the international breakout session later, so I'm going to be hanging around for a couple of hours, hence I've booked a half an hour slot here, which is starting in about 10 minutes, but I've just come in early. Then I'm going to go and have lunch, sort some laptopy bits out, because I've got some gig admin I've got to do, and that is from outside of the uni as well. I might do some reading, I will see. Should be practicing, but I just feel wretched from my 4 hours of sleep last night, or whatever I ended up having. My plan was to go home, sleep, and then start afresh, you know, in the early evening and get a good chunk of rehearsing in, but that's not going to happen now, so I'm just going to have to accept my fate and think, oh well, hopefully I'll be good enough. And I can hear other flutes rehearsing, and it's weird because I'm like recognising all the exercises and scales and some of the repertoire as well, and I don't feel so isolated because I've been doing that in isolation for so long, and yet here are other people doing the same thing. So I got myself a prawn mayo sandwich. Can't remember how much it was. Some of those seafood sticks, as you can see, I've eaten a few of them walking along. White chocolate is 49p. This I brought from home, and those I got from home. Those are grapes. I'm going to tuck in now. I'm heading back now. I'll tell you about my adventures when I get in. I'm back home. It's actually 6:15 now. So I don't think I spoke to you, apart from briefly on the train, about what happened after lunch, really. So I went along to the international breakout lecture, which I was dubious about whether I actually needed to attend, but another student thought I did for that one. So I went along to it, and as I arrived 5 minutes before it was due to start, I found that the lecture theatre was already full and there was a session in progress, but there were 3 staff members outside. So I said, oh, is this the international, sorry, still coughing, international breakout session? And they said, no, it wasn't. They said, oh, but you can go to this one. This is a good one, because they asked what course I was doing, and I told them, and they ushered me in. So it wasn't on my timetable. So I ended up doing an induction for the library. So it was an overview of all the library services, plus an actual physical in-person tour of the library with a big group of other music students. I think they were music students. Yes, they were definitely music students, because we went to the music section specifically. But I think a lot of them were not on my year group. I think they were undergraduates. But I did meet some nice people. They weren't in my year, but it was nice. And then we did a Mac suite induction. So we went to a room full of Mac computers, and we're learning bits and bobs about that, relevant stuff to that. So I don't know if that's going to be on my timetable for my year group later, and then I can just not go to it because I've been to it. So I don't know what happened to the international breakout one. That just seems to disappear. But my good news is that my audition for tomorrow has been postponed till lunchtime, and I'm so glad, because I would have been up at 5:50 tomorrow to get in time to do an hour's warm-up before it otherwise, and I am sleep deprived. I tell you what, I'm trying to get this to heal. I'm trying to get my cough to get better, and having 4 or 5 hours sleep a night is not the way to do that. So I'm not going to try and force myself to practice now, because I'm in a right sorry state physically. I'm going to get my shopping vlog up. I've just filmed the rest of my in-shop shopping vlog bit, because I happen to need a few bits anyway, so I made the most of that. I'm going to film an outro, and I'm going to edit it and get that all sorted out to go up before I go to bed tonight. I don't know what I'm having for dinner. I might task my daughter with cooking, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it, got to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm going to be pretty busy for the rest of the evening. So I'm going to take my leave of you now. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like if you liked it. Subscribe to watch more content from me, or click on my playlist here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!